Sina de la revista Cohaku, una nueva revista cosplay que está saliendo aquí en Alemania. Hello Christina, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me.
Could you tell us more about Cohaku? What is this about? What is it?
Okay. Cohaku is basically a new German cosplay magazine, and it focuses on tutorials, which means our magazine is about explaining new techniques which are needed for cosplay, like sewing, like prop making, like working with new materials like Warbler's finest art, styling wigs, and so on. This is the thing to focus on in our magazine. We also have some kind of a community area in which we talk about different competitions like the World Cosplay Summit, the German Cosplay Championship, and DCM, and other competitions. We also write about conventions, and sometimes we feature people as well. In our third issue, we had an interview with Reika from Japan.
The difference between your magazine and all those Japanese cosplay magazines, which hardcore fans probably already know, but you have started a project of your own. And where did you decide to follow the Japanese magazines, and what have you done different?
Okay, I think Japanese magazines focus a lot on featuring people, like featuring famous cosplayers, doing interviews with them, for example. They feature photo shoots as well, like in different fashion magazines like Vogue. They feature photography a lot. They also kind of stuff like that as well. They write also a lot about championships, for example. But our main point and our focus lies definitely on tutorials and on explanation. We really want to give cosplayers the opportunity to learn something in our magazine. As I already said, we have tutorials about different techniques, different materials. So this is something which is really important to us. We actually have a product and we want people to learn from it, to be able to get inspired by it, for example. And what is also different in our magazine, it's solely in German. Because there are different Japanese magazines. There's also an English cosplay magazine named Cosplay Gen. But we really wanted to start a German project because the German community has grown a lot in the last years. So we thought it would be very nice to have a German magazine which focuses on tutorials. And friends of mine came up with this idea like last year, and they did a lot of research about it, if it would be a good idea to actually do it, if there would be people who would be willing to work for it, or if there were people who would be willing to buy it, of course. But they came up with this idea, and they started working on it, and now it's here.
So it's actually factable. It's actually working as something sustainable, and people are responding well to it. Or how is it? How is the magazine running in that sense?
Well, we're still quite a new product and a new enterprise, so it's very hard to actually make money with it. At the moment, we're still trying to get all the costs of printing back, which is very important for us. But we're slowly starting to get better at it and to actually make money with it. How do we work? It's a bit difficult to explain how to work. Well, first of all, we have our team, which consists of our publisher, who's not here at the moment. Then we have our graphic designer, who stands over there. Exactly. I'm the editor-in-chief. And we also have various other editors who help with the different contents, different articles. And people who write for us are, they are experts at what they're doing. The team isn't writing all the articles itself. We are going to other people, we are asking them if they would like to create content for us, if they would like to write an article for us, and then they do it. So of course, some of our team members also write for the magazine, but we try to let many different cosplayers from the German cosplay community work for us to give them a place to present themselves and to show that they're experts at what they're doing. So I think that's something which makes us different from other cosplay magazines as well, because normally you have like a team which writes all the articles, but we really want to give other cosplayers the opportunity to present themselves in our magazine, to have a platform to share their knowledge. What Cohaku is all about.
Are they all professionals or experts in the topic?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, some cosplayers are also professionals. For example, we have an author who writes for us, and she's a professional makeup artist, but she's also a cosplayer. So all people who work for us are cosplayers. Some of them are professionals in what they're doing, but most people who write for our magazine have taught themselves the techniques they are writing about. So we are basically all autodidacts. You know, people have seen a material, people have started working with material and are now experts at what they're doing.
Right. And what's for you the most important thing about a cosplay magazine? What's the most important thing for you?
Well, when I buy a cosplay magazine, it needs to have certain benefits. On the one hand, I want to read about people I like and admire, like Lightning Cosplay, for example. She's on our third cover at the moment. People from abroad, like Eka or Yaya Han, which are very popular. But then on the other hand, I also want to get inspired by it. I really want to learn something from it. For example, I buy cooking magazines because I want receipts, you know, or recipes. And that's why you should buy our cosplay magazine, because we have tutorials, because we tell you about techniques you might have never heard of before. We tell you about different materials you have never worked with before. And I think even if you're not going to use a certain techniques, it's also fantastic to get inspired. We also share a lot about cosplay photography, and we have a lot of pictures in our magazines as well. So I think it's great just to have something to inspire you and to give you ideas on how to make things in the future.
Yeah. What do you think is still lacking in the cosplay community as for information communication? Is there anything you need? You think the community is needing?
To get together better? I think it's a really difficult question, because I think the community has gotten really far when it comes to communication. Because in Germany we have a platform which is called Animax, and most of the cosplayers organize themselves on it. So we basically have a platform where people can get together, where people can get all the information about the community and about the events. But many people also have a Facebook page to express themselves, to show their work. So I think it's hard to say that there's something lacking. I think I need to think about that longer to come up with something good.
So in general, you see the community is very stable, and this has generally happened thanks to their own organization, to the internet.
Yeah, I think the German cosplay community is a really nice community. I think, of course, there's a bit of drama in it, like in every other community as well. But I think in general, the German cosplay community is really nice. People are really trying to help each other, and there's a certain sense of community in there. Actually, people identify as cosplayers, identify themselves being cosplayers, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I think the community is very stable. The community works together closely, so I'm really happy to be a part of the German cosplay community. We also value very good craftsmanship a lot, and that's just fantastic. And credit for cosplayers and photographers is also extremely important to us, and I'm very happy that German people think this way.
Would you like to say anything else about Cohaku or about yourself?
Yeah. Of course, I would like to say something. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me in this interview. It's really nice of you, and fantastic that you would like to share this video in South America, because I would have never thought that this magazine might be seen by South American people someday. But well, we are very proud about this, and we are always looking for talented authors. You know, so if you're an expert of some kind, if you're an expert when it comes to wig styling, when it comes to sewing or anything, just contact us, because we are always looking for authors. So if you're willing to do it, just contact us. I think you can insert my link or my email address into this video. I will give it to you later. So yeah, just contact us. You can write something for us in English and we can translate it for you. It would be fantastic to have an article like about a South American convention in our magazine someday. It would be also fantastic to write something about how the South American community is working, because that's something we don't know here. I mean, are cosplayers different in South America? Do they think differently? Do they work differently? I think it would be very cool to write an article about that in our magazine someday. Yeah, that would be very cool. Thank you very much for the interview. You're welcome.
Gracias, 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 gracias.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Pleasure.